Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adam, this is my channel Adam Sews, and this is this week's Friday Sews. So I would just like to say a big thank you to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for setting up the hashtag Friday Sews, where we all come together on a Friday, do some vlogging, talk about what we've been up to, talk about what we've got planned, and talk about a little bit about life. Now, this week is an exciting week. This Friday is an exciting Friday. Today is pattern launch day for my new pattern. I will talk about that in a moment, but before that, I will just go through the exciting things that happened in the sewing room this week. So in the sewing room this week, I have had some things turn up. I put in, a little while ago, I put in an order for some Tudor Pink hardware from wholesale, so that I had some to sell on my stall at the NEC show that I'm holding, that I'm part of in November. So I ordered some other little bits for myself while I was at it, alongside the stock that I'd ordered for the show. So the first thing that arrived this week was the project journal. This has got a liquid glitter in the front of it. It's still wrapped up, I need to take it out, but it's a quilter's journal, and it's got the Tudor Pink design on the front of it, so I'm very excited about that one. The other thing I ordered was the huge project bag, which has got the sewing machine design on there for storing bits and bobs in. And the funny thing was, the first thing my husband said to me when he saw the project bag is, why have you bought a project bag when you make such nice project bags yourself? But there we go. I just wanted one, just because. The other thing that turned up this week was a collector's edition of a quilting supplement that came in a magazine a little while ago. This is the one that was all to do with the Tudor Pink line work collection, which is one of my favourite collections that she's done. So it's got all the different quilt patterns and different things that came launched with that line when it was launched, which is, let me see if I can find this pattern here, which I still am yet to work out whether I'm going to make that or not. I've got a funny feeling, so this is the actual pattern fully made. I've got a feeling I might make this up using the line work animals in the middle and then using the neon stripes, which are here, instead of the black and white, because the black and white, although I have got quite a bit of the black and white, it's so hard to get now, I don't really want to use it for a whole quilt. So yeah, I might make that one up, who knows. The other thing that I ordered was from a D-stash, and there was this lovely lady that was D-stashing some Tudor Pink, and she was D-stashing a whole layer cake from the homemade range, which I paid a little bit more than these retailed at, but it was still a very good deal. And anything that comes up in this range, whenever I see it, I try my best to get hold of it, because it is so hard to get hold of, and I've used quite a substantial amount of it to make my caddies. She also included a lovely quilt block that she'd that was an orphan block that she had left over from when she made some different projects using the line of fabric that she had on that wasn't in the pre-cut. Anyway, I'm wittering on now. So what have I been up to this week in terms of sewing? I have sewn a couple of things. I haven't really sewn much this week in a sense. I've sewed a lot last week at the weekend after I filmed the last Friday Sews. So one of the things that I did make was the t-shirt that I'm wearing. This is a Sinclair, it's the men's Kai t-shirt in the long sleeve variation. I always extend the sleeves by 2 inches because I've got ridiculously long arms for some unknown reason. And then I've just done a little turn up hem on the sleeves there using my cover stitch, and same on the bottom, and just top stitch around here with my cover stitch as well. This is a very, very lightweight rib knit jersey. I don't normally wear black, but I suddenly realised last weekend with the outfit that I wore to the knitting and stitching show that I wanted a nice plain black long sleeve t-shirt to go with what I was wearing, which I will insert some footage of in a moment of what I was wearing, and I'll insert some footage of the catwalk and go on about that as well. First of all, though, I just want to talk to you about my new pattern that is launching this week. I am super excited. It's launching this evening at 6 p.m. on my website. I will be putting a little post out on Instagram about it as well, and I will be releasing the video tutorial at 7 p.m. tonight that goes alongside the pattern. So this pattern is my new Luna crossbody bag. Obviously it's named after Luna. I had to get her name in one of my patterns eventually, and it is a super simple, really quick crossbody bag that is, in my opinion, just a great staple. It's a great gift, and it's great for if you just want to chuck a few things in a bag to go shopping, or if you want to go to an event, or if you're going to a show, for instance, and you just want somewhere that's big enough to put your wallet, your keys, your phone, and that's that. So the first one that I made, I will show you. This one here is made from different tulip pink fabrics. So this is the Lunar Crossbody. It is a bag that has an adjustable strap. You can wear it across your body, hence the name Crossbody, and it just sits just above the hip. You can extend the strap if you so wish to, so you can have it longer. And it just has these little fittings at the back, so it sits nice and close to your body. It's made from quilted fabrics, but again, you can quilt them as a one whole piece, or you can quilt them as individual pieces, but there's not much quilting that needs to be done. So this one here has got the bumblebee on the back of it. It's got a front zip pocket, which opens up here, which is ample big enough to get your hand in. And then the main body of the bag is just a zip across the top, and it opens up and it's big enough for you to put your purse, your phone and your keys in. They're great for dog walking as well, and they're great for just going pootling around when you haven't got pockets and you just want a small nice little bag. So that was the first one that I made, and the reason why this bag is the size that it is also is because it works really well with tulip pink of the prints, the size of the prints that she does. So as I showed you earlier with this homemade range, this panel here works out to be, most of her blocks work out to be between 6 and 8 inches square normally for a big large design. And the second one that I made shows this in a better sense. So this is the second one that I made. So as you can see, this fits one of her face panels in perfectly, so you can get a great pattern on the front pocket. You don't have to obviously make it in tulip pink fabric. You can make it in any fabric that you so wish to, but it's great for using a fussy cut for the front pocket of whatever brand you're doing. If you're using K+S, you could use one of the big sort of cauliflower flowers that he uses in a lot of the different designs. You could put an animal that's on there, or just any old print really. It doesn't really matter, but it works really well for sort of framing those really cool designs or really big large designs on some of the fabrics that are available. So this one, again, it's got a front zip pocket, it opens obviously, and then it's got the main body here, which this one I've lined with some of the pink fabric from the Curious range. This has got the tulip pink webbing on it, which matches the binding. And again, it's just a nice, easy, quick bag just to pop over and keep all of your keys and whatnot in there. So that is launching this evening at 6 p.m. That is the newest line. And I have actually had some of them printed onto PDF, onto paper format for my show. So that is the Lunar Crossbody bag that is launching this evening on my store. And as I say, there is a full video tutorial that goes along with it to show you how to construct the bag if you get stuck with any of the instructions at any point, or if you are more of a visual learner rather than a read the instructions and go by those sort of learner. So as I was saying earlier, I went to the Knitting and Stitching show last weekend. I had the pleasure of being invited to join the Boys Sew 2 movement in the Catwalk that was at 12:45 on the main stage in the Knitting and Stitching show in the main hall. I will insert some footage of me. I'll shift over a little bit and I'll insert some video footage here. I'm going to have to mute it though because of copyright laws on the music that's playing in the background, but that is me on the stage. The first one was me wearing my my bob pants that were made from recycled upholstery fabric that I found in my loft, and I was wearing my Collider coat as well, which is a We Sew 2 pattern which I made last week. The second one is me wearing my dungarees, which are made from a blanket from IKEA and a double gauze shirt that I made to go to see Shania Twain, and the coat that I've got on in that clip is from a tablecloth. It's made from a PVC tablecloth that I bought by the meter. So it just goes to show that you can make things from unconventional fabrics. So the actual show was absolutely brilliant. There's a picture here of all of us together before the show. As you can see here, I was wearing my bob pants that I made for the show, and the t-shirt that I've also got on today. I'm wearing my new Dr. Martens as well that I said that I got last week, which were super comfy. Didn't get a single blister from them all day. No complaints whatsoever on those. And yeah, I was wearing my little panda linework crossbody bum bag, fanny pack, however you want to call it, as well. So it was a great day. I didn't actually buy anything other than 2 bottles of Mary Ellen's Best Press. By the time the actual show was done and we were all dressed and sort of finished, I was so tired and exhausted from so much excitement that me and my husband literally done a loop of the main hall, a loop of the secondary hall, and then we just went, do you know what? Let's just go home. Let's get home early, miss all the traffic, and have a nice lazy weekend, which is what we did in the end. And I also would just like to say hello to Sally, who came up to me with her lovely son and was sort of having a little fangirl moment. She was absolutely lovely. She actually stood talking to my husband throughout most of the catwalk, I believe, and he was saying what a lovely lady she was and how lovely her son was, and he is into sewing as well, which was really lovely to hear because of the whole Boys Sew 2 movement and different things like that. It was nice to hear of young lads that are actually sewing, which was quite nice. So yeah, besides that, that's it for this week, really. I am waiting on a package to arrive any second now, which has come from Trish and Pinky's farm. They tried to deliver it the day before yesterday, but there was an import fee on it, so I had to pay that before they'd actually release it. So it's taken 48 hours for them to actually bring it to me, so I'm dying to see what's in that. But I will include the unboxing for that when it arrives in next week's Friday Sews. Please check out my video later for the tutorial that's coming out this evening for my new crossbody bag, and I will... So I just wanted to pop back on and just talk to you about the fact that I went to see the Juki boys at the Juki stand at Knitting and Stitching Show as well. They are from Franklin's in Colchester, Salisbury, Ipswich, and they have another one as well, and I can't remember off the top of my head where it is now. They basically, I was talking to the guys there and I was saying to them, look, I need to get a non-stick foot for my Juki because of the amount of vinyl that I sew, this, that and the other, and was saying to them, did they do a non-stick foot? So I was talking to one of the lovely guys there anyway. It was funny because we were walking past and my husband said, do you know what? The Juki boys are so much better looking than some of the other guys that are on some of the other brands, which was quite entertaining because they overheard him say that, which made me laugh. But anyway, the Franklin's guys are absolutely fantastic. If you've got anything Juki related or anything sewing machine related, they are excellent to go and speak to. They give you the best unsolicited advice. You don't get pressured into buying anything from them, and they will just give you the advice. They will tell you what machine suits your needs best, and you're under no pressure whatsoever to buy anything. But if you do want to buy anything, then I recommend buying it from Franklin's. They have supplied multiple machines for me. They were so good about setting up my industrial machine, and I wanted to go and see them and find out what foot was best. So they kindly sorted me out with a smooth foot on the stand, and this is made from a plastic material which is, I believe, like a Teflon plastic, and it basically stops your foot from sticking to anything that is slightly sticky. So if you're sewing vinyl, faux leather, anything like that, this just stops it from sticking. And I was a bit dubious about this because I didn't really realise how much a tiny little bit of foot would make a difference, and I cannot tell you now how much easier this makes making up projects. And not only is it non-stick for vinyl, it also stops drag on normal fabrics. So if you're sewing anything that's slightly more delicate, or if you're quilting multiple layers, which I do a lot of, this actually kind of is the sort of halfway point between a normal foot and a walking foot, because this just stops drag on fabric, so you don't get any puckers when you're doing quilting. So it is my new staple foot that stays on my machine all the live long day, because it works just as well as the standard foot, but it just means that you don't have to swap it out every time that you're going to make vinyl. So that is the non-stick foot for my Juki that I got at the Knitting and Stitching Show, and I can't tell you how much this tiny little thing has made so much difference to my sewing. See you all soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Bye bye for now.